What is up, everybody? Welcome back to VogelStang. Thanks for checking out this video, and today we have some more rear end goodies. So last video I installed the Steeda vertical links, and today we have the Steeda IRS Subframe bushing support collars to go around the rubber bushings that are on the in between, like the subframe pieces, and that should help also with sturdying everything up and reducing wheel hop, thus giving us more traction, which is what we need. So we have the bushing support system here from Steeda, and also the subframe bolt alignment, I don't know what you call these, sleeves, I guess. So the subframe bolts, when you loosen them up, you know, they're rather loose, and apparently the subframe can shift a little bit from side to side. And what this is going to do is this is going to make sure that the subframe stays in the correct alignment, so that way everything is nice and straight. On a side note, we did get the tires mounted and balanced, and the plan was to go to the track tomorrow. However, the weather is not on our side. There is 100% chance of rain tomorrow, as we do have a incoming hurricane. So no drag racing in hurricanes. So that's kind of a bummer that can't go tomorrow, but we'll get there next weekend. In the front, these will go on the front of the IRS. So you can see this one's rather on the thinner side, while this one's a little bit thicker, right? So you can see the difference there. The thicker ones, they will go on the front, and the thinner ones go on the rear. So we'll put them accordingly. There's the thinner one. So those go in the back, these go in the front. So first thing we want to do is on the rear, we'll want to loosen up the rear subframe bolt, which is located right there, and that's going to be a 21 millimeter socket. Also you're going to need an extension. I'm using, I think, a 10-inch extension, but you could go less. I think maybe 6-inch would be fine. Alright, now that I got it started, alright, we don't want to take it all the way out. Just get it loose so it's still in there. And we'll go ahead and now do the front one. First, we want to remove the bolts that are in the front. So here's we're coming into the car here. Here's the main subframe bolt, that is the 21 millimeter. And back going further here, or more towards the front, you see there's two bolts right there. Those are a 13 millimeter, and they hold this bracket in place. So we'll want to take out those 13 millimeter bolts first. Get to that subframe bolt, throwing an extension on this one as well. And this bolt will take all the way out. Wow, the mosquitoes here are crazy. I'm getting eaten up. Okay, so. Alright, so here are the two pieces for the bushings. And the one with the smaller diameter goes on the top, larger one goes on the bottom. So if you see the larger one here, this is just going to fit over the bushing here. Alright, so it's very obvious the way that it goes. Just kind of push it up in there. There we go. Very easy. And then the smaller one, again, you shouldn't be able to mess this up. It's pretty obvious the way that it goes. If you just look at the bushing itself, right, you can see it has a ridge here, right there. So that ridge is going to fit into that recessed part. And okay. Alright, so I can't get it in there, which means I probably need to lower down the subframe a little bit more. So I'll go to the rear bolt here. And it feels like that should have given me the clearance I need. I hope. Yep, it sure did. Alright, so there we go. Now that's in place. So look at that, nice and pretty. Alright, as far as the sleeves go, again, there's a slight difference between the front and the rear. You can see one is a little bit thinner and taller. That one will go to the rear. So the shorter and fatter one goes in the front. So we'll take the shorter, fatter one, and it goes right in there, and that should be it. So what we'll do now is get the bracket back in place and put the bolt up inside. Again, hand thread this first. Alright, so before even tightening up the subframe bolt, make sure this is nice and loose, because this has a lot of play back and forth. So if you get this tight too soon, and you might not be able to line up the holes back here. So make sure this is loose and get the 13mm bolts lined up and started. We'll get this tightened. My GoPro battery died, and I'll try. I still haven't done the other side. I'll try and record on. I have a second GoPro here. I'll try and record it with some light, just that bottom part, how I got it in. So hopefully, I hope the other side goes a little bit easier. All right, alrighty, here we go with the other side. So we got to remove the subframe bolt completely. Top one, it's very easy. Again, just follow the grooves to get it so it's in place correctly. There you go. I mean, it sits kind of loosely up there until you tighten it down. Okay, so the tough part here is just getting... Okay, remember, the ridge part with the ridge goes on top. Yeah, see, it's like just so tight. And I need two hands to do this. Going with channel locks and squeeze. Oh, that's right. And then as I'm squeezing, this part needs to go back, making sure not to... Maybe that's not going to work. Okay, one way, and let me see if I can squeeze it over in place. Okay, yep, see? That's the way to do it. Alright. Okay, and you gotta work this piece back again, because now we want it to be so it's, you know, even on both sides, because if it's not, one side's not going to grab the screw while the other side does. That happened to me on the other side, which didn't work out too well, of course. It's getting closer, still need to work it more over. Alright, so now it's kind of like, I don't know how well you can see it. You can't really see. So now see, it's like over the edge a little bit. Alright. So now I'm just gonna clunk it a little bit. Alright. Go with the channel locks again. So I'm just kind of doing this, you know. I also did it this way first, just to get it in place. It's really hard to do it with one hand and a camera, and things are slippery. So I'm gonna put the camera back, but that's just so you get the idea of what I'm doing. That's what it is. Because this one is definitely a pain. Vertical links were 1,000 times easier than this. All right, I think I think it is in place. I hope, I pray. So now we take the other piece. All right, again, the groove side on the inside, that's gonna go up. And we push that in place. And then same thing, I took the channel grips and just squeeze it in place. And let's see if the screws make contact. Please do, please. You know, they also have to be aligned properly. The holes, obviously, Okay, looks like the left one's going in. Please for the right one. I think it is. It's not getting tight yet, but I feel like a tiny bit of resistance. Yes, there we go. It's getting tighter. So it is threaded, and you don't want to do one side all the way. Kind of do them evenly. Just kind of get one side just a tiny bit snug, and then get the other side a tiny bit snug, and then go back to the other side and get that one, because once you do one side and then do the other side, then the other side winds up getting a little bit loose again. So just keep going until they get a little bit snug, and just snug, and then move to the other side, and eventually you'll get to a point where you can't turn it anymore. All right, and we can't forget our sleeve, right? Make sure we put the thinner, taller sleeve in the back here. Oh. There's no good way to, you know what? Let me get the right tool for that. Instead of hitting it with the breaker bar, it's dumb. And this is a little overkill for this. I don't I don't need this much hammer power, but I just need something to tap it in. That's it, just super light taps. All right, get our bolt threaded. All right, hand threaded first. Whew, that one's not any fun for sure. And start tightening. Alright, tight. And I'm just going to the other side and tighten this side down too. And then lastly, remember to torque the bolts to 129 foot-pounds. All right, so here she is, right there, installed up on the top, somewhere up there. It's installed. Same thing. Front one installed right there. There, got our sleeves in, for the alignment, and that's it. Time to get the tires back on. But I think I'm done recording. It's a little bit late. I'm a little bit sore, and I just want to get these tires back on and get the car back in her little house, and that way she can be nice and dry for when this hurricane comes here tomorrow morning. It was just that one piece that was really a pain. That was it, but that one piece is going to set you back some time for sure. Easily, I think you just saw that probably took me like a good 10 minutes just to get that one piece in. So, and that's after I already did one and I kind of had a feel for how to get it in. The first one might have taken me a half hour. I don't even know. Nothing I was doing was working. Finally, the channel locks I think was the way to go. That really helped, and kind of tapping it a little bit with the breaker bar. But yeah, that wasn't not so much fun, but it's done. Should hopefully it better do some good. So we'll see. So hopefully between all those parts installed and new fresh tires, maybe we can squeeze out those 11s. We want it, right? We got to do it. And I can't get those drag radials yet. They're still on back order. So hopefully this is the way that you know, it's going to get me there. It's going to solve the problem that I have with the traction, at least at this power level. Of course, once we get down the road a little bit more and do some more things to make her faster, I'm sure we'll encounter the traction issues again at some point. So, but for now, let's hope that this will solve the problem. So we'll see next Sunday or Friday. I'm not sure which one yet, but one of those we will be doing. If the video helped you out, I would appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, hit all those things. Just lightly graze the like button, lightly graze the subscribe button. That's all. Just make gentle contact with it, and that'll make me happy. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and have a good night.